Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to pause for a moment and reflect on this one simple truth. The most important conversation you'll ever have in your life is the one you have with yourself. Right now, you might be thinking, what difference could just 2 days make? How could this little shift in how I speak to myself truly transform anything? But here's the thing. Every thought, every word, every internal dialogue shapes the reality you experience. In fact, our thoughts are not just passive observers. They are active creators of our world. The brain doesn't distinguish between what's happening around you and what's happening within you. It responds to the thoughts you give it, and it shapes your experiences accordingly. Now, I'm asking you to do something incredibly powerful, something that could alter the course of your life, all in just 48 hours. What if you could create a new, healthier pattern of thinking? Imagine for the next 2 days you take control of the most important conversation you'll ever have, and that's the one you're having inside your mind. For just 48 hours, speak to yourself like you're the most important person in your life. Tell yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I am deserving of all the good things life has to offer. And don't just say it mechanically. Feel the words, breathe them in. Understand that when you repeat these affirmations, you're not simply trying to convince yourself. You are rewiring your brain to create new, empowering neural pathways. Imagine telling yourself, I am enough. Everything I need, I already have within me. Notice how these words start to shift your energy. Feel how they start to create a new sense of possibility and empowerment within you. For the next 48 hours, treat every thought with love, every self-reflection with compassion, and every belief about yourself with trust. When the negative thoughts pop up, and they will, that's part of being human, don't fight them, don't give them power. Instead, recognize them for what they are, old programs running from the past. Instead of engaging with them, gently let them go. Replace them with new thoughts that are in alignment with who you want to be, not who you were. Every moment, every choice you make is an opportunity to shift your energy, your vibration. And when you change the way you think, when you change the way you speak to yourself, you begin to change your biology. You literally start rewiring your brain to reflect the version of yourself you are creating in this very moment. Now, for some of you, this may sound too simple, even trivial. But let me tell you this. Change happens one thought at a time. Transformation happens one moment at a time. If you could change your thoughts for just 48 hours, imagine what would happen if you continued. The truth is, your thoughts are so much more powerful than you've been led to believe. They are the foundation of your reality. So for just 48 hours, choose to speak to yourself as the person you know you can be. Talk to yourself with love, with acceptance, with gratitude. Be kind, patient, and supportive with your own mind. And watch what happens, not just in your thoughts, but in your actions, in your relationships, in the way life responds to you. You are in control of this. The conversation you have with yourself is the blueprint for the life you will live. Speak with confidence. Speak with love. Speak with the belief that you are already the person you've always dreamed of becoming. Just 48 hours. Try it. Feel the difference. Mindset is the lens through which we perceive and interpret the world. It shapes how we react to situations, how we approach challenges, and ultimately, how we experience our reality. It is a powerful, invisible force that influences our decisions, emotions, and outcomes. Our mindset governs our thoughts, beliefs, and expectations, and these elements in turn direct the actions we take. Whether we realize it or not, our mindset defines who we are and who we are becoming. A growth mindset, for example, sees challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. It understands that failure is not a permanent condition, but a stepping stone on the path to mastery. This mindset embraces the belief that with effort, persistence, and a willingness to learn, anything is achievable. People with a growth mindset do not shy away from difficulty. They face it with curiosity, resilience, and a positive outlook. This mindset encourages exploration, innovation, and self-improvement. On the other hand, a fixed mindset limits potential. It believes that abilities and intelligence are set traits that cannot be changed. People with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges, fearing failure and embarrassment. They may struggle with adapting to new situations and often doubt their own abilities. A fixed mindset creates barriers, making it difficult to grow or to overcome obstacles. It operates from the belief that the outcome is predetermined and there's little room for change or development. What's important to understand is that our mindset is not static. It is a dynamic and malleable aspect of our psyche that can be cultivated and strengthened with intentional practice. Changing your mindset isn't about ignoring reality or pretending that obstacles don't exist. It's about altering your internal dialogue, shifting your perspective, and choosing to believe that you have the power to shape your experiences. A positive, open, and growth-oriented mindset can radically transform your life, not just in terms of success, but also in how you experience joy, fulfillment, and peace. Transformation is a continuous process that occurs from within, beginning with the thoughts we think and the beliefs we hold. It's not something that happens overnight, but rather a gradual shift in our thinking patterns, emotional responses, and behaviors. At its core, transformation is about breaking free from old habits, old ways of thinking, and old limitations to embrace new possibilities and new ways of being. This process often requires us to challenge our comfort zones, confront our fears, and push past the boundaries we've set for ourselves. One of the most significant aspects of transformation is the understanding that it begins with the individual. It's not about waiting for the world to change, but rather realizing that change starts within us. When we decide to transform, we are essentially deciding to take control of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about shifting our perspective, learning to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles, and embracing the unknown with courage rather than fear. This shift in perspective can lead to profound changes in how we interact with the world around us. Transformation also involves letting go of the past, including old patterns, beliefs, and identities that no longer serve us. It requires us to release the stories we've told ourselves about who we are and what we are capable of. When we are willing to do this, we open ourselves up to new experiences, new ways of thinking, and new opportunities that we might have once thought were impossible. The process of transformation can be challenging, and it often requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. It's important to recognize that transformation is not a linear journey. There will be moments of progress, followed by setbacks, and that's perfectly normal. What matters is the commitment to continue on the path of growth, even when it feels difficult. Each step, no matter how small, is a step towards a new version of ourselves, a version that is more aligned with our true potential. Self-talk is the internal dialogue we have with ourselves throughout the day. It's the voice inside our heads that shapes our perception of who we are, what we are capable of, and how we relate to the world around us. This inner conversation has the power to either lift us up or tear us down, depending on the words we choose to speak to ourselves. Our self-talk can be a reflection of our deepest beliefs, and it can reinforce our mindset, whether it's positive or negative. When our self-talk is supportive and encouraging, it fosters a sense of confidence, self-worth, and resilience. It reminds us of our strengths, helps us navigate challenges, and keeps us focused on our goals. This type of self-talk can act as a powerful motivator, pushing us to take action and stay committed to our journey, even when faced with obstacles. It is the voice that says, "You can do this, and you're stronger than you think." However, when our self-talk is filled with self-doubt, criticism, or negativity, it can have the opposite effect. It can erode our confidence, reinforce limiting beliefs, and hold us back from reaching our full potential. Negative self-talk often stems from past experiences or societal conditioning, and it can become an automatic, unconscious pattern that we repeat without even realizing it. These thoughts can create a cycle of fear and insecurity, making it harder to break free from old habits and take risks. The good news is that self-talk is not fixed. It is something that we can actively change. By becoming aware of the language we use when speaking to ourselves, we can begin to shift our inner dialogue towards something more positive and empowering. Replacing negative thoughts with affirmations, gratitude, and words of encouragement can help rewire our brain, creating new neural pathways that support our growth and success. This shift may not happen overnight, but with consistent practice, it can lead to lasting change. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. For years, scientists believed that the brain's structure was fixed after a certain age. However, research has shown that the brain is constantly adapting and reshaping itself in response to our experiences, thoughts, and behaviors. This means that the way we think, learn, and even heal can be influenced by the choices we make in how we engage with the world. At the core of neuroplasticity is the understanding that our brain is not a static organ, but rather a dynamic, adaptable system. Every thought we have, every new skill we learn, and every habit we form can physically change the structure of our brain. This means that we are not prisoners of our past or our current limitations. We have the power to reshape our brains to support new patterns of thinking and living. For instance, when we practice a new activity or thought pattern, the neurons in our brain create new pathways that become stronger over time with repetition. This process of change and adaptation is vital for personal growth. It suggests that we can rewire our brains to break free from old, limiting beliefs or behaviors and create new, empowering ones. For example, someone who has struggled with anxiety or negative thinking patterns can, with consistent effort, begin to replace those patterns with healthier, more balanced ways of thinking. The brain does not recognize a fixed state. It simply responds to the stimuli and thoughts we feed it, continuously adapting to them. Neuroplasticity also plays a significant role in healing and recovery. After trauma or injury, the brain can compensate for lost functions by reassigning tasks to other areas. This ability to rewire itself provides hope for those recovering from brain injuries or mental health struggles. It shows that our brains are not only capable of healing, but also of thriving when given the right conditions to grow. By intentionally directing our focus, emotions, and thoughts, we can harness the power of neuroplasticity to create lasting change in our lives. Positivity is not just a state of mind, it's a mindset that shapes how we experience and engage with the world around us. It is the practice of focusing on what is good, possible, and hopeful, even in the face of adversity. People who cultivate positivity choose to focus on solutions rather than problems, opportunities rather than obstacles. This shift in perspective has a profound impact on both mental and physical well-being. When we choose to view life through a positive lens, we are not ignoring challenges, but rather approaching them with the belief that we can overcome them. Positivity affects more than just our mood. It influences our physiology as well. Studies have shown that maintaining a positive mindset can lower stress, reduce the risk of chronic illness, and even enhance our immune system. When we think positively, our body produces fewer stress hormones and more endorphins, the feel-good chemicals that boost our mood and energy levels. This biochemical shift can improve how we feel physically, leading to a greater sense of vitality and well-being. Moreover, positivity can be contagious. When we approach life with an optimistic attitude, we tend to inspire those around us. Our energy and outlook can uplift others, creating an environment of encouragement and support. This ripple effect is one of the reasons why positivity is so powerful. It has the ability to influence entire communities. When people collectively embrace a positive attitude, they create a culture of growth, collaboration, and resilience. At its core, positivity is about making a choice. It's about deciding in every moment that we will focus on the potential for growth, change, and success, no matter what challenges arise. It's an active decision to see the good, to acknowledge the progress, and to cultivate gratitude in the midst of even the most difficult circumstances. By choosing positivity, we begin to reframe our experiences, creating a life that is not defined by what goes wrong, but by what we are capable of creating. Self-worth is the foundation of how we view ourselves and our value in the world. It's not determined by external achievements, material success, or the approval of others. Instead, self-worth comes from an internal understanding that we are enough just as we are. It's the recognition that we hold inherent value and dignity, independent of our circumstances or how others perceive us. When we have a strong sense of self-worth, we are more likely to pursue our dreams, set healthy boundaries, and engage in relationships that honor our true selves. Often, however, our sense of self-worth is conditioned by external factors such as societal expectations, past experiences, or critical voices from our environment. Many people tie their worth to accomplishments, appearance, or the validation they receive from others. This can create a fragile sense of self-worth where it fluctuates based on success or failure, praise or criticism. When our self-worth is tied to external validation, we become dependent on factors beyond our control, leading to anxiety, insecurity, and a constant need for approval. Building a strong sense of self-worth involves recognizing and challenging these external influences. It requires embracing the belief that our value is not based on our accomplishments or others' opinions. but on the simple fact that we are worthy of love, respect, and happiness simply by being who we are. Cultivating self-worth means learning to be kind to ourselves, practicing self-compassion, and letting go of the negative self-talk that undermines our confidence. It involves acknowledging our strengths, accepting our imperfections, and understanding that we are not defined by our past mistakes or failures. When we truly believe in our self-worth, we stop seeking validation from external sources and begin to make decisions that align with our authentic selves. We are more likely to take risks, embrace challenges, and create a life that is true to who we are, not what others expect us to be. This internal confidence fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of peace and self-assurance. Belief is a powerful force that shapes our perception of the world and our place in it. It's the foundation of everything we do, the silent guide behind our decisions, and the lens through which we interpret our experiences. Our beliefs, whether conscious or subconscious, influence how we act, how we perceive ourselves, and how we interact with others. They determine what we consider possible and what we believe is beyond our reach. In many ways, belief is the filter through which we create our reality. Our beliefs are often shaped by our upbringing, experiences, and the messages we receive from society. Over time, these beliefs become ingrained in us, and we may begin to operate from a place of certainty, whether that certainty is empowering or limiting. For example, if we believe that we are capable of achieving our dreams, we are more likely to take risks, pursue opportunities, and stay motivated even when challenges arise. On the other hand, if we believe that success is out of reach or that we're not good enough, we may hold ourselves back from even trying. These beliefs can either propel us forward or keep us stuck in a cycle of fear and self-doubt. The good news is that beliefs are not fixed. They can be changed, challenged, and rewritten. Just because we have held a certain belief for years does not mean it is set in stone. By becoming aware of the beliefs that limit us, we can begin to consciously replace them with empowering ones. This process involves shifting our mindset, questioning the validity of old beliefs, and replacing them with thoughts that support our growth and potential. The more we practice this, the stronger our new beliefs become and the more they influence our actions and outcomes. Belief is also deeply connected to our sense of possibility. When we believe that something is possible, we create the space for it to happen. Our belief in our own potential opens doors, attracts opportunities, and strengthens our resilience in the face of adversity. Resilience is by cultivating positive, empowering beliefs, we begin to see the world not as a series of obstacles, but as a landscape filled with opportunities waiting to be seized. Gratitude is one of the most transformative emotions we can cultivate in our lives. It's a simple yet profound practice that shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. When we actively choose to feel grateful, we change our perspective, allowing ourselves to see the beauty and blessings in every situation, even when things aren't going perfectly. Gratitude has the power to reshape our experience, helping us to move from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. At its core, gratitude is about acknowledging the good in our lives, whether big or small. It's not just about feeling thankful for the major accomplishments or milestones, but also about appreciating the everyday moments. The warmth of a cup of coffee, the smile of a loved one, the beauty of nature, or simply the fact that we woke up today. When we practice gratitude regularly, we begin to notice more of these small moments. And in doing so, we begin to experience greater joy and fulfillment. The more we focus on the good, the more it expands in our lives. Gratitude also has a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Studies have shown that regularly practicing gratitude can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. It has the power to shift our emotional state, helping us to move away from negative thought patterns and toward a more positive and optimistic outlook. When we focus on the things we are grateful for, we interrupt the cycle of worry and fear, creating space for peace, contentment, and joy to flow into our lives. This shift in emotional state not only feels good, but can also improve our physical health, as it lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and strengthens the immune system. Moreover, gratitude is deeply connected to our relationships. When we express gratitude toward others, we foster deeper connections and a sense of appreciation that strengthens bonds. It encourages us to focus on the positive qualities in the people around us, rather than fixating on their flaws. This creates an environment of mutual respect, love, and understanding, making it easier to navigate challenges and grow together. Gratitude, therefore, is not only a powerful personal practice, but also a tool that enhances the quality of our relationships. Conscientiousness is the state of being aware of and able to think about one's own existence, thoughts, and surroundings. It is the lens through which we experience life, and it shapes how we interpret events, how we perceive ourselves, and how we interact with the world. Our consciousness is not just a passive receiver of information, it is an active force that influences our reality. It determines how we perceive the present moment, how we interpret our past, and how we anticipate the future. In essence, our consciousness creates the framework for everything we experience. At its most basic level, consciousness allows us to be aware of our thoughts and emotions. This self-awareness is crucial because it gives us the power to reflect on our lives and make conscious choices. We are not simply at the mercy of automatic reactions. Instead, we can step back and decide how we want to respond to situations. When we are fully conscious, we are present in the moment, not lost in regrets about the past or worries about the future. This awareness allows us to appreciate life as it is, rather than constantly striving for something different or better. However, many people operate on autopilot, reacting to situations based on deeply ingrained patterns of thought and behavior. This unconscious state can lead to stress, anxiety, and a sense of being stuck. When we are not conscious of our thoughts and actions, we are more likely to fall into negative thinking patterns or unhealthy habits. But the good news is that we can raise our level of consciousness. By practicing mindfulness and becoming more aware of our inner dialogue, we can begin to shift our perception of the world. The power of consciousness lies in its ability to transform our reality. When we become more aware of our thoughts and the way we perceive the world, we gain the ability to change our beliefs, challenge old patterns, and create new possibilities for ourselves. This shift in consciousness is not something that happens overnight, but with practice, it opens up a world of opportunity for growth and personal evolution. The power of choice is one of the most profound aspects of the human experience. Every day we make decisions, both big and small, that shape the direction of our lives. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed, our choices determine how we feel, what we do, and ultimately, who we become. The ability to make choices is a fundamental part of our existence, and yet many people go through life unaware of the vast influence their choices have. When we begin to recognize the power we hold in the decisions we make, we can shift the course of our lives in ways we never thought possible. Choices come in many forms. Some are simple and routine, like what to eat for breakfast or what to wear. Others are more significant, such as deciding to change careers, end a relationship, or move to a new city. But no matter how big or small the decision, each choice holds the potential to shape our future. The key is to approach each decision with awareness, recognizing that every choice, no matter how minor it seems, is an opportunity to move toward a desired outcome or a step further away from it. In addition to the choices we make for ourselves, we also have the power to choose how we respond to life's challenges. We can choose to react with fear, frustration, or defeat, or we can choose to respond with resilience, optimism, and a sense of possibility. Our responses to situations are just as much a choice as our actions, and in many ways, they are more powerful. How we choose to see and react to the world can drastically alter our emotional state, our relationships, and even our health. Ultimately, the power of choice lies in its ability to create change. By consciously making choices that align with our values, goals, and desires, we take control of our destiny. Even in the face of circumstances that are beyond our control, the choices we make shape how we experience and navigate those situations. In every moment, we hold the power to choose our path, and with each choice, we move closer to the life we envision for ourselves.